racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.
Hello and welcome to the Apex Racing League Prototype Championship. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, and alongside me is David Sampson, and we're bringing you the action today from round 7 of the championship from Road Atlanta. And David, this is one of our most favourite circuits, particularly when it comes to these GTP and LMP2 cars. It should be a lot of fun for us today in these 4 different divisions.
Yeah, I love this track. I think it's still my favourite. It was my favourite before I went there real life, before I did a lap. Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It does work for multi-class, fantastic. Obviously, there needs to be that song and dance with how traffic's managed. But yeah, it's going to be a big test for the drivers. A lot of laps and obviously a longer race.
Absolutely. Well, let's have a look at our standings then going into this round of the season. And we've got Francesco Iliano currently at the top, but it is joint points, and these do consider the drop scores as well. And it's been Francesco who's had the momentum in the last 2 rounds. He's won 3 of the last 4 meetings.
He really has had momentum. Samuel Villa had it all locked down the first, I want to say, 2 or 3 races. Big points, massive wins. Iliano has just been, yeah, excellent in the latter stages of the season.
And in the GTP ARLs, we have Federico Sartor marching his way towards the title. That one's not been in too much doubt for a little while. Neither has the LMP2 Pro, the Teams Championship as well in the GTPs, with Absolute Motorsports dominating that one.
Yeah, well clear. Absolutely crushing. They've got the top 2 teams, and yeah, they've got a lot of drivers. They're having fun.
And then in the LMP2 Pros, we've got Tom Griggs with so far a perfect score. He hasn't won every race, but with the drop score, his 5 out of 6 wins means that he is on the perfect amount of points. Demey, Ibrahim, Reutemann and Diaz all still competing for that runners-up spot.
Yeah, it's been a competitive, LMP2 Pro's been competitive, but Tom's just had that, for the most part, had the number in qualifying and race pace and hit stop and stuff. But yeah, it's been a good...
And then in the LMP2 AMS, we've got Aidan Carter still leading the way. Dan McCauley, I don't think scored any points last time out. Samuel Shepherd managed to finally get his first one. I think you've been calling him to win around.
I had a full lockout on driver choice last week, 2 weeks ago. Full lockout.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have been, yeah. He's got pace. He just needed it all to come together, and it finally did.
Yeah, fantastic work from him. And in the LMP2 teams, we've got Effect Simulations leading the way there convincingly. So yeah, looking very good for them in that championship. We can have a reminder of our calendar because it's 2 weeks since our previous round. We've got 2 more weeks till the following round as well. But we're here at Road Atlanta, and then of course probably 2 polar opposite circuits, Belle Isle and Road America, to round out the season.
Yeah, Belle Isle's going to be interesting. I mean, it's interesting enough in prototypes, but multi-class prototypes is going to be interesting. But I think they can manage it. We've done Laguna. If you can do Laguna, you can do Belle Isle. But it's just a wall rather than going off. That's the only difference.
Yeah. And we can have a look at our race format. We've got the 75 minutes race for tonight. So yeah, some extra time for the drivers to manage. Will still be a 1-stop, but will be fairly marginal for the LMP2 cars. They won't have too much of a leniency. When it comes to that, we'll also be ending fairly late in the day as well. Actually, no, we'll be progressing through the morning, so for today's race. And we've got a small chance of rain, and it would come, I think, during the latter stages of practice or during qualifying, but it's 13%, so it's unlikely.
Lucky number.
Yeah, unlucky for some. Weirdly, on the forecast, though, maybe you know more about this than me, it only peaks at like 4%. You know how you got like the trace of the weather line, and it peaks at 4%, and yet when you on the official settings it says 13% chance of rain, which I don't quite understand.
It's beyond me, mate.
So what I'm saying is it might even be lower than 13% chance of rain, so don't get your hopes up. Shouts out to apexracingsim.com. If you're based in the Northamptonshire region in the UK, make sure to head over to apexracingsim.com and you can get yourself a membership to our sim centre. You can also rent out the venue for a day for whatever events you possibly want to do. So do check out apexracingsim.com for more details on that. And we can have a look, I think, at our track guide as well for this round, and Road Atlanta for the drivers to deal with. And yeah, it's probably one of the best opening sectors of any circuit in the world, right?
Yeah, I miss the old grass for T1 because it felt like a knife's edge to push out and clip that grass. Now, if you clip the grass, you carry on. You don't lose. You barely lose time. Yeah, then setting up the next corner. Got to be absolutely precise. It's difficult for new drivers, which we don't seem to have in this series, so they're going to be fine. You do have to manage the multi-class aspect here. You can risk it, or you can be safe. And I love this section of the track. Blind, fast. And then we go down the S's. These cars have plenty of downforce to be fine. It is more about GTPs managing their time loss and how they exit the turn 5 corner to make sure they get the best run for a race pace. But on exit, we can see a lot of issues with anyone getting the bounce wrong. The exit curbing, we smash over. If someone gets it wrong, it's very difficult to be the guy behind and survive because they go left, right, in the wall, ping pong. Then we get the run down to 6 and 7. Fantastic corners in a prototype. The exit of 7 is very important for the long run down. 8 is questionable if it's a corner, to be honest. Then the heavy braking zone, where we're going to see a lot of the overtaking, a lot of the multi-class door-to-door action. And 10B is just about traction. Can get a bit little net cody in this corner. You do need to be careful with how much space you give each other. 11 obviously is a nothing corner in the prototype. Then we've got the new pit entry. Yes. I say new, like I'm getting a bit old.
It's only been there like a year.
But obviously the early cone.
Yeah.
It definitely caught me out.
Yes. Do you think it's easier though now, I would say, because you don't have to push down the hill?
Yeah, I suppose.
And you could still speed through there in the first place as well. So.
I would say it's easier for a GT. I do think in the prototypes where they're going such an incline and the car's been braking fine, it can affect their braking. It's easy to lock up on the way down and then carry too much speed. But yeah, for a GT, it's definitely easier.
So my picks for this race then, who I think is going to win each of the classes, gone for Samuele Villa to win in the pros, Federico Sartor in the GTP AMS, and then we've got Tom Griggs, obviously, he's been so dominant in the LMP2 pros, and gone for Joshua Germany in the LMP2 AMS. He's come close on several occasions. He's got 2 runners-up spots, and I really want Josh to get over that line and finally clinch that race win.
Yep, for good picks. For my picks, I have gone with Iliano, which I think I've been going with quite a lot recently, and yeah, he's proven to be quite the weapon. I've gone with GTP AM. It was a difficult group. I've actually gone with Adrian Olshar. I think he's like P4 or 5, I want to say, while you check. But I believe in him.
Yeah. 6, yeah.
He's 6, so if I can win this one, true legendary stuff. And then LMP2 Pro, same reason. Tom's looked unbeatable. And LMP2 AM, I'm going to stick, as they say in Pontoon or 21, whatever you call it. Yeah, I made the right call 2 weeks ago, and I think I'm going to make the right call this time. But yeah, it is tough. Very tough grids.
Absolutely. Well, we will go to an advert now, but yeah, when we're back, we'll be covering the qualifying action.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to Road Atlanta and our qualifying action currently going on. Oh, well, actually, not qualifying yet. We're still just in the final couple of minutes of practice before we take over. We've got a grid of 30 drivers today, as long as Marco Brocco does actually get out on circuit. He hasn't set a time yet. Well, currently it's Samuele Villa returning to that top form, and at least in practice, with the edge over Francesco Iliano. Do you think we can read too much into those times?
Let's see. How long have they been out on track? No. I don't know. It's a busy track. They might just be practicing race runs, fueling in. Nailing it here is a different... And obviously off-track count, as we see a Gigantosaur off-track there. No, absolutely fantastic track. Obviously...
Sorry, no sign of rain, even though it looks absolute rubbish up there. I mean, this is not the prettiest conditions.
I feel like for broadcasting, obviously we'll mute this, they can't hear. When we roll the dice, if it's no rain, we go, okay, I'll fake it. Bright sunny day, midday, and then if it's rain, real rain, heavy, on and off style. None of this.
Let us know in chat. Does it bother you about this, or do you enjoy it? But the thing is, for the drivers, they probably love this, right?
Well, I imagine the humidity. I imagine the humidity. It looks like a 97.
I think it's 100. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, the drivers love that, Sam. Love that.
DeMay currently 4th place out of the LMP2s. No surprise, it's Tom Griggs at the top of the LMP2s. Lucas Diaz, who I think hasn't been around at the previous 2 meetings, if I'm correct in saying that. Or maybe it was just the previous... Oh no, so he was around last time out, was Lucas Diaz, but he missed the 2 before that. Has been very consistent besides that, so perhaps watch out for Lucas to be the person who will challenge Griggs, who, to be fair, has been challenged the last few rounds. I mean, 3 rounds in a row, he hasn't run away with it, Tom Griggs. Obviously, Imola, he was beaten, partially thanks to a GTP car who made contact with him at the Villeneuve chicane. Yep. But it has been much more competitive than the first 3 rounds, where Hockenheim, he won by over 20 seconds.
Yeah, for sure. See, I've been really impressed with Sator. I mean, had we picked up in it earlier, the man's a pro.
Yeah.
He's been super strong. Well, I've been impressed how the other AM drivers are holding on to him. Good camera angle. Are you a fan of this track?
Yeah. Do like this one. It's I think it's very rare to have a circuit which is so good for driving. I mean, it's just a very fun circuit to do laps around, but then it's also a fantastic race circuit as well, in terms of that final few corners. are absolutely brilliant for side-by-side racing. You can get sort of the cutbacks on each other, and it does just serve all those purposes.
I mean, the undulation here, I mean, it looks like a lot, but in real life, it's an insane amount. Like, how hilly it is absolutely insane. I was here for Team 1. Yeah, I absolutely love this track. And it survived the curve update from iRacing, which I feel like hurt a lot of tracks, and I was worried about this track especially. It's definitely not, like, turn 5 is definitely not as fun as it used to be.
Sure. Have you tried this circuit in the motion mode? Yeah.
I have not, no.
If anyone's interested, you can check out Jamie Fluke and Pablo PGZ, who gave it a go. I think that's over on the VRS YouTube channel and the Veromotion YouTube channel as well. And they did some laps in the GT3 cars at this circuit, and yeah, they got rotated back quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
What would you say is the best viewing spot? In your
Well, this left coming up now, this is where we spent probably the first 6 hours, so... hold on, the next left. Out of 5, you get to see the sweeping left and all the sweeping right. Here, them people there, that's a brilliant spot. If you want to go deaf, this right-hander, you can actually stand there right at the edge of the track, but something like a Porsche RSR, which was there back when I was there, I mean, you need ear protection. That's how close you are when they come off the corner. And then for the finish, so probably the last 4 hours, we were down here, as we see. Hopefully we'll be able to see it, depending on the camera angle. They're to the left of this. So where they're sat now, where the cameraman is right now, because you can see them coming down the hill and you can see them going up for the finish. And actually in prototypes, the finish, they both straight lines the chicane.
Sure, yep.
Because they went in side by side. For the last corner of the race, it was epic. Yeah, it was great. It was freezing. It was great.
So the first few turns coming in, albeit obviously on cold tyres, so expect some big improvements from here, but James Abraham currently on top. But I think we saw most of the drivers doing some weaving anyway. Of course, these guys have got their first 10 minutes of the track to themselves, and then the last 10 minutes will be for the GTP cars.
We have some tight times at the top. I don't know what an LMP2 does around here. It's been too long since I've driven one. But we are seeing a lot of tyre warm-up still. It looks good with the 3D grass. I never have it on. But it does look good. You notice it for sure. But I've never turned it on in my rig. I think I did once and it felt overly sharp and I just turned it off and that's it. I haven't tested since.
I think at the chicane that you were mentioning before, where those cars cut across the final chicane, I mean, you really do see the 3D grass around here, because there will be drivers on the grass today, undoubtedly. So yeah, you do see the extent of it. There goes Diaz. A long way clear.
Improvement by Abram. Improvement by Griggs. So effect 1, 2, 3. Samuel Phonics in the pit heading out now. Christopher Bella improvement. We're seeing big improvements. Christopher DeMay improving. Christopher DeMay. 10-7. So still some large gaps, 6 tenths between the top 6. But you can tell it's a short technical track because all the pros and all the yams are completely separated. There is no crossover at the moment.
Yeah, it's very aesthetically pleasing when that's the case. Ayrton Reutemann continues that, goes to P7. And Dan McCauley wins it.
Absolutely ruined.
Currently pole position for McCauley.
I know this is one of Tom's favourite tracks, so he's definitely going to want to do well here.
Just saying, is Aidan Carter around today? I think he is, right?
No, I don't don't see him.
Blimey. Well, that's an opportunity for everyone else. Remember, Kartzer is the LMP2 AM Championship leader. He has been fairly dominant. His results out of the AMs this season have been second, first, second, third. Last time out, he only finished third. He got spun on T1. He's actually had a couple of bad lap ones in a row. So yeah, opportunity for Macaulay to get some points back.
Sure. And what was his drop round? Do you know the biggest drop round for Macaulay?
So his last. Yes. So the last round was his. No, actually, the first round was his weakest round.
It still wasn't bad, right?
It wasn't bad. So yeah,
if his first round is a P2 and that's his worst.
Yeah, that will still be. Yeah,
poor guy.
He's got. It puts a bit of pressure on him in the last 2 rounds of the season.
Oh, God. Guy was setting up his lap and drops it.
Well, it leaves him vulnerable to the rest now. Griggs is not on an improvement. Bella isn't on an improvement.
Varga needs a lap out there. He's 1 second off the pole time at the moment. You don't usually see that kind of deficit from someone like Varga. You started the season an AM, or is that my getting crooked?
That was Varga. He did put in the Discord, I genuinely do not know how I am so slow this week compared to last race. It's from Martin Varga.
Well, I mean, if this isn't your track and you don't love this track, I mean, this is it's like one of the 5 tracks that people have had millions of laps at. Absolutely millions of laps at.
I was driving at, because people always care about the amateur race that I do. I was driving at Alton Park last night.
Oh yeah,
and it was painfully slow for some reason.
How's the off-track situation out of 1, 2, and all that section?
It's fine now because if you go wide, the curb, like it's just grass. There's no curb basically, so you actually have to.
Because I hated the exit of 203, whatever you want to call it.
Cascades.
You would touch the curb, and it would be an off-track.
Yeah. Now it's just grass though out there,
okay.
So you have to keep it within. But the first, you know, on the full layout, the first chicane, on the back straight, could not get that for the life of me. The curbs now there are huge, and
I've not been
to get the
generally 90% of all the curb affected tracks that I've dislike. Hundreds of hours to practice pogo random prediction models.
It does look nice though, does Alton Park now, because I think it was a full rescan, I think. Shepard gets a big slide on. Yeah, it does look much nicer than it used to.
I have to check it
out. Shepard's still leader of the AMs, but stays in P8 overall. And not for long, Companion gets ahead of him. And all of a sudden, of course, all these AMs with a fantastic chance at nabbing a win, with the championship leader, Aiden Kartzer, not present tonight.
Bigger gaps than I expected. I mean, almost 7 tenths separating the top 7. 4 and a bit tenths separating the top 4. Like, this is only a short track where they've got, plenty of experience, decent docks. So I'm surprised to see the quite substantial gaps. Brands Indy was insane miss last week. The gaps were insanely close. Insane, obviously.
Diaz looks right on it on this lap, absolutely throwing the car through the first few corners. It's a good first sector. It's a good second sector. Not personal bests, but it's puts him right in the
thick of it.
Thick of it, yeah. Ballpark, that's the one I was thinking of, yeah. Roitsman back to the pits, that'll be the end of his qualifying. Diaz does still have 1 more lap to go after this one, so he doesn't need to improve. And actually, he is, he's just lacking maybe half a tenth in each sector. I don't think this is going to be an improvement for Diaz, unless he had a lot of room for improvement in the final sector, where if you do get the cut just right through the 10A, 10B chicane, you can gain quite a bit of time. Let's see if he goes any further ahead of the rest. He does not, but like I said, he's still got 1 more lap to go. This is going to be Tom Griggs' last lap, and it's not going to be enough for pole position, I think. but he does improve.
Yeah, slight improvement.
Demey with a reasonable lap himself.
Yeah, an improved sector 3. How can this track have 4 sectors, yet we go to some track? Like, it blows my mind how they're divvied up.
The earlier the circuit was released, the more sectors it has generally. Sebring's got 7, I think. There's one of the OG circuits. Imola mercifully has 3. Man of Imola. Do you remember how many Nürburgring has?
No. I'm going to say... I don't know. Is it like 15?
I want to say the Nords has 16, and then it may be like 19 with the GP circuit, I would say, but I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me, anyone in chat.
What?
Not sure if that was deliberate or not. Tough. Still very cold tyres for him.
Yeah, Sam, we saw your slide opening up the lap. Unfortunately, you were being broadcasted at that moment. Okay, GTP time. That is a big wheel. I say it every week.
Of course, the big battle is going to be between Villa and Iliane. Albeit, based on the qualifying times, it looks like their teammate Sartor could get involved. And of course, Sartor really pushed those guys hard back at Laguna Seca last time out, but made just a couple of mistakes and fell away in the end. And then I think got a post-race penalty as well, which didn't help his cause. But in terms of pure pace, he was absolutely on it, despite being an amateur driver.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to have any zero stoppers though. Last time out, we had a zero stop at Laguna Seca. I don't think you'd do it for 60 minutes here, let's alone the 75 minutes we have for today. So you can rule that one out.
Probably not.
So Iliana currently fastest, but you can see by the fact that they're barely any faster than the LMP2s, there's still plenty more time to come out of the cars.
Yeah, they're all full cold tyres. Yeah, when I was here, it was still GTEs. There were I think the hype that the GTPs were new. I believe the year I was there, that was their first year, but it was the farewell to GTEs. The RSI, it sounds insane, mate. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I saw Wake a couple of times at Silverstone, and yeah, those Porsches.
The GT3s are nothing, absolutely don't sound anything like them. No, there can't have been LMP3s. Would there have been Petit Le Mans? I don't think so, but I was there.
Sartor still the fastest after the second runs, but everyone is still improving. Sartor 1,000th of a second faster than the first sector than Iliana, albeit he's dropped a bit of time in the second sector. Gord now goes to the top. That will last for too long, I imagine.
Sorry, there were LMP3s there.
Okay.
Yeah, I obviously am taking iRacing rules as gospel, but yeah, I remember LMP3s and they were there. Yeah, nice lap, good. See, I still think we're going to see plenty of improvement, but the times are much tighter than they were in LMP2 for the first push lap.
Of course, there was a bop change recently in the GTPs, and a lot of drivers have moved to the Cadillac. Marco Forlan, who is currently in P4, was one of them. I think Gord as well changed, not for this round, but back when they had the free car change, he was quite early to switch to the Cadillac, so there's a bit more variance out there. But Villa puts the Ferrari now to the top.
Yeah, I think the Ferrari's a good all-rounder, but no, the Caddy looks like it's the bot favourite at the moment, for sure. drive leagues, although I'm thinking about doing the majors 24.
Okay, yeah. And you would do it in this class?
I don't know. Because the LMP2 are forced onto the low downforce stuff, I think, now. I don't know. I'm a bit rusty with the prototypes. But yeah, maybe not GT3. The slowdowns for 24 hours make my brain bleed in a GT3.
When you say forced onto the low downforce stuff, what
iRacing,
like
iRacing regs changed like a year ago. Because people were running...
just at
Le Mans, yeah. I don't know if you know, but majors, the last time I did it, people were on max wing, short gear stack. Let that sink in. Le Mans. The Acura, yeah, max wing, short gear stack.
Sure.
Blew my... But if you try it in the Porsche curves, mate, it's like an F1 car. Absolutely insanity. Yeah, it's just the acceleration. Like, you don't need the ultimate top speed. If your acceleration's so strong and you're cornering, you can't catch them. Even though you'll say, oh, I'm 20 kph quicker. It doesn't matter. By the time you get that 20,
yeah, I'm 20 k's ahead anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Samuel Villa, P1 at the moment. Iliano, P2. They're our picks, battling it out. 1-2. Frederick Sator, the AM driver, who's been absolutely on it this season. Just over a 10th shy of pole position. Maxime Gord had a really good season, actually. He's looked really good, really close.
More improvements coming from Villa on this lap. Sator as well, improving. Can he get anywhere up there? Sator he can, but watch out for this next lap from Villa, who crosses the line. Wasn't a... Oh, well, it was nowhere in the final sector, actually. The first two sectors were absolutely fantastic. Third sector was good as well, but the final sector really fell away, so there's plenty more time to be had for Villa.
Absolute Motorsport ace lift, top 5 positions, and they've got 2 more drivers down in 9th and 10th. Nope, they are now the top 6. Absolutely on it. If Marco Barocco, yeah.
He needs to put his finger on.
All he needs 1 lap, they can just screenshot it.
Oh, there goes Gors. He goes to the top now.
Yeah. So this is a lot more competitive than MP2, the gaps I'm talking about. The gaps in MP2 were quite weak.
Gord is absolutely ridiculous with the first sector. The first sector is only 9.5 seconds long, and he's a 10th clear of everyone. That's one corner. T1. So I don't know if that's like his top speed, perhaps, is just superior to everyone else. His second sector is good as well, albeit he's actually 2 tenths down on Sator in the second sector. So that might be the different cars, it might be different setups, I'm not sure. But yeah, some pretty big variances sector by sector. Sator does now go to the top.
1.4 tenths separating the top 5.
Iliane now goes to second. But Gord, is he improving out there?
That's really tight at the top. Really tight at the top.
It's going to come down to this final sector. It's a personal best final sector for Gord. And he goes second, less than 100th off Sator as it stands.
1.5 tenths separating the top 6 as it stands. Yeah, if I'm just looking back at LMP2, it was 5 tenths separating just the top 4. Absolutely on it. And look at that bob. It's absolute perfection.
Yeah.
Ferrari, Caddy, Porsche. And the BMW's 13th. Just where it belongs. Perfect. This is how I like it.
Iliano on a reasonable lap. No, it's a very good lap.
Yeah, because otherwise we had an AM taking the pole here.
So Iliane puts together a strong time there and goes to the top. It was only one personal best sector, but looking at each of the sectors, it was very, very good.
We have one Randy Martin in chat. Hello there, Randy. Can't be here tonight, sadly, because of health issues. I'm fully behind Maxim. Well, I hope your health issues are all okay. And yeah, Maxim's absolutely cooking. Good qualifying. Pipped at the end there. But nothing in it. Absolutely nothing. Less than a tenth from the pole position.
Sartor is on a good lap right now. Sartor could still snatch pole position because his sector 3 is
Sure.
excellent. And it's going to come down to this final chicane. Slides it a little bit on the exit.
Sector 1, though, was enough off that he needs a perfect sector 3.
Has he got it? Sartor crosses the line. And it's no improvement for him. He misses out. Can anyone else improve? Falan crosses the line. Good first sector for him. But the rest of the lap wasn't quite so good. And I think that is going to be everyone.
Yeah, great quality.
I really felt like Samuel Villa had the momentum there. I know that obviously the first few laps don't count for much, but he was fast there. And there was that one lap where the first 2 sectors were electric, and then he fell away in the second half of the lap. And he never really seemed to get in a perfect lap after that.
Yeah, agreed.
Do you think it matters, though, to start in P4?
What?
Or do you think it's just, you know, he's not going to make that, like, he'll just get in the draft anyway, and they'll just...
Not sure. I haven't driven the GTPs in a while. P1 has a massive advantage in these prototypes with the dirt, in the GTs with the dirty air and the short nature of the track and first time through the traffic. So Iliano's poised to have a very good race. But no, the rest, yeah, if you fuel save and manage traffic well, you can make this work.
And of course, they got Maxime Gord's in amongst them as well.
He is absolutely swarmed by Absolute Motorsport Ace-Lift drivers. He's the only one in the 7. There's only, in the top 9, there's only 2 non-Absolute Motorsport Ace-Lift drivers. Yeah. Perhaps we need like a PESC ruling where you can only have max drivers. Because they can still drive, but they have to name their team something completely different.
Yeah, I wonder how that would work now. Because obviously before you had Redline and Team Verstappen. Now it's just Team Verstappen.
Well, and you've got Red Bull. They had Red Bull.
Oh, Red Bull, yeah, as well, yeah.
I have no clue. You're going to see a lot of stupid names, is my guess.
So Iliana is on pole position, then ahead of Sartor. Gord is in 3rd position, then it's Villa, Falan, Nucera, Segro, Olsha, Barocco. Sexton starts in P10. Then it's Toth, Holborn, Blaha, and yeah, that rounds out the GTPs. And then it's Diaz, Griggs, Bella DeMay in the LMP2s, Ibrahim Foniok, Reutemann, Companion, Shepherd, Brensetter, Macaulay with some work to do, Varga, Hamak, Varga with a lot of work to do as well, actually, albeit he's not competent around this circuit. Hamak, Bosworth, Josh Germany, watch out for him. He was my pick to win today, but not performing in qualifying. Higai and Fletcher rounding out the 30 cars.
My picks have done well. I'm top 2 for everything. Iliano Pole, that's my pick. Sator, my pick. That's good. Tom Griggs was my pick. He's P2. And then Shepherd was my pick. He's P2. So you're going to get stomped again.
So here's the conditions. 20 degrees, air temperature 21 degrees, track temperature, no rainfall at the moment. I think the small risk of rain we did have was going to be earlier in the session, so I don't think there's going to be any drops now. It's for the 75 minutes, and very cloudy, as you can see for yourselves. Only 94% humidity in it, though. It's
lovely,
it's dipped a bit.
Yeah. Just feels like you're driving through a invisible lake.
The drivers move away from the grid. We've got a full formation up for the drivers to get some heat into their tyres.
So you're acting like that was a deliberate choice that you made?
No.
Because there is obviously a short formation at this track, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
So you consciously went out of your way to allow them tyre warm up time. Yeah. Brilliant. So you won't do that at Road America, obviously.
Road America's very long.
Yeah. So you remember to tick. I mean, your ticket for a strategic choice.
Yeah, like, I don't know, what do you think? Do you think you can bear doing the whole formation up?
Road American Sebring drive me nuts because yeah, it's a long way to go.
At least with this series, we've only got 1 race, so it's not as though we have to do 3 races with a formation up.
Fair.
Yeah, of course, next week we will not be broadcasting this series. We'll be broadcasting the Apex Racing League Touring Car Britain from Snetterton.
Oh, nice. Feels like forever since I've been there or watched there. I like the track.
I've sort of walked to it, yeah.
I've done GT3s there, like a whole week of grinding GT3s there. I like the track.
Because if you want to sign up to that or sign up to this series as well, you can head over to apexracingleague.com and get your name down. You can also sign up for the GT3 Trophy series. That's on a Tuesday night. All those with just a few weeks to go. And we've also launched the new season of the Porsche Cup League as well. That'll be on Tuesday nights. That starts, I think, on June the 23rd, I think. So quite a while until that gets going, but we have already opened up sign up. So again, head over to apexracingleague.com for details on that. Join our Discord. There's a link to that in the description below because we've got a few other series as well. That will be
Porsche Cup's Thursday nights.
Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
Yeah. We'll have Apex Racing League Endurance on Thursday nights. That'll be starting late June. People can already see the calendar for that actually in the Apex Racing League Discord.
Is it a good one?
I think it's good. No Spa this season for the first time ever.
Oh, I can get behind that. Sebring though, yeah?
Yeah.
Good
Sebring,
league.
isn't it? Yeah. So Iliano then has control of the field. He's got to go after the end of this last curb. So even if the green flag goes, he's got to wait. He's got to wait. And now he's got the choice to go. Everyone is very well mannered further back, and we are away racing. Francesco Iliano with a very good launch, and it's a good launch as well for Maxime Gord, who immediately gets underneath Rodrigo Sartor. That's the advantage of starting in P3, and he manages to break up the Absolute Motorsport 1-2 right there. Olshaw with a good start as well. Holborn up a couple of places, and it looks like they're, on the most part, pretty single file. In the LMP2s, meanwhile, it's it's been quite a start for Tom Griggs. He's been able to get clear of Lucas Diaz.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Tom's done that. Can't have been strategic. Yeah, absolutely on it. I don't know how you, as the lead car, lose the jump though.
Yeah, you set the jump.
Yeah, you are
by
the jump.
definition have to jump.
Well,
first, so
well, did you say there's an end? Perhaps Tom
there is
decided
an end
you'd
point,
reached the end point.
it's like the start finish.
Ah,
so
okay.
it's like
Maybe it was strategic, but I just don't see why he would give it at T1. It's too risky. You back yourself into the crowd.
as we've got a move straight away for Tamas Toth on Cedric Holborn. They make a bit of contact, and it is Holborn who stays ahead of Toth there. There has been an issue for Lucas Blaha. I'm not sure if he even did that many laps in qualifying, to be fair, Blaha, but I don't think he's taken to the start. And Blaha not with the race he wanted. Holborn has had a mistake. I think he's gone straight on at T1, and he will lose some time. Samuel Foniok, meanwhile, I think actually down a place. He's been overtaken by Ed Reutemann. Great start for Reutemann. He's up for a couple of places.
Tom's pulled out.
Sarah's had an issue.
Hold it.
The first man to make a mistake there, not the last.
Yeah. Tom's pulled out a 1.8 second gap, so I don't know what on earth he did in qualifying. Absolutely on it right now.
Looks like James Imprim just made a mistake, lost out to Ayrton Reutemann, but fortunately for him, Bella and Foniok were batting. That was the batting we cut to.
Yeah, Ayrton's up 4. Yeah. Absolutely on it. Finds himself in P4. And Samuel Shepherd, we haven't mentioned, who's taken the lead of LMP2 AM. Wait, actually, stop the count. All my picks are P1. That would be 2 weeks in a row. That would be unheard of.
Iliano, though, not pulling away in the lead of the GTPs, and in fact we've got a lead queue really of 5 cars. We've had an impact for
we've lost
Varga
and Samuel. Yeah,
Martin. I wouldn't be surprised if Martin throws in towel already, because he's
Marco Barocco is in. Yeah, Lucas Barth he towed.
Was that Villa getting past Sartor there? I think it was. So Sartor now drops down to 4th position. Started on the front row.
Zero of a monster lap, I've just noticed. Absolute monster lap. Best lap in GTP by 4. Oh no, okay, it's only a 10 faster than Marco.
Drew Fletcher is the next to make a mistake at the end of the S's.
Corbin saying that Sam Shepard is now Impact. Oh, okay. Nice, I like Impact.
I wonder if you could get a replay of what happened to Varga. Yeah.
The Fonyak and Varga, yeah.
Varga down the order as a Seago passes Olshar, by the way, for P6, or retakes that position. Olshar has absolutely sent it in. And
he only missed that by about a week. I don't know if there must have been, if there was contact or anything, but he was carrying way too much speed.
I think maybe a bit vengeful after dropping that position in the corner before and overcompensated. So let's have a look at this replay then.
So Samuel Fonyak.
So Varga is Varga is at this point.
Oh! Who is the orange car? Is that Varga?
I think it was Varga, yeah.
Oh my life, he got it really wrong. But it looked like, to be honest, he snatched it under initial braking, like he went straight to 100%. Because he looked shaking left and right.
It can be tough though. I don't know if he was making the corner, but potentially he was making the corner, but just the car ahead broke much earlier, you know? I'm still saying it's his fault. You've got to take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, you can be so preoccupied with your own battle and you forget there's other cars in track.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. It's been a couple of times now I've seen Varga make. I'm trying to be polite because he is a nice guy and a fast, but mistakes that don't suit his skill level is what I'm trying to get.
Not sure if that was movement there for Corbin or not. Toth's going to send it.
Bonk. These two are having fun. But yeah, so yeah, mistakes that don't suit his skill level as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Varga's a very fast guy, but yeah, that wasn't it.
Seago on that last lap, 4/10 faster than the race leader. I don't know if Iliano is just backing these guys up, maybe saving some fuel, but he is, yeah, really not pushing it right now.
And how about this gap by Tom Griggs?
I mean, yeah, this is incredible, right?
Yeah, considering, yeah, the qualifying he just couldn't find. Lucas Diaz seemed to have his number. 2.1 seconds.
Diaz, yeah, another 2/10 lost on the previous lap as well. So it's only going in one direction. And Tom looks to be back to his Hockenheim form of absolutely dominating him there. Shows how impressive Ibram was back at Imola to be able to take the race win off him. Here comes a move from Maxime Gord, and it hasn't quite worked out for him, but he's now going to lose out to one of Iliano's teammates. I really thought that Gord was just waiting in behind there, not being too aggressive, but he saw an opportunity there and he went for it. He wants to lead this race.
I mean, it makes sense, because otherwise then he doesn't have to play the team game. Yeah, that hasn't worked out for him. I'm impressed he went for it though. So he's out there flying solo because Randy Martin isn't with him today.
Wide for Sartor, and he might lose a place here to Verlan. But Verlan stays behind. Sartor holds on to P4.
Yeah, Seager is the one flying out there, but yeah, maybe on completely different fuel strategy.
And there's been a bit of a breakaway now, 0.8 of a second between Gord and Sartor. We'll see if Sartor is capable of making that gap back up, or whether this might be the start of a bit of a chasm.
Right, so a quick rundown. Iliano's leading out in GTP Pro with Samuel Villa and Maxime Gord close behind. In GTP AM, you've got one for Frederic Sartor, who's on the back of aforementioned drivers. Segro setting the pace out there, whether on a completely different fuel structure. Not sorry, Furlan is P2, not Segro. P3 is is Bradley Sexter, who's some 2.5, 3 seconds off the pack ahead. In LMP2 Pro, leading the way is Tom Griggs. It's held even about 2.1 seconds over his teammate Lucas Diaz, and Christopher DeMay from the Delta drivers about another 2 seconds back. So LMP2's not hanging out evenly there. In LMP2 Sam Shepard leading the way, some monster 3.7 seconds over Companion. These two drivers find themselves up. Oh, as I'm covering that, Marco Barocco has just passed Companion.
Yeah, making his way back up.
Yeah. Why is he so far back?
I think he pitted.
Oh, yeah, 5-second pit. Maybe a black flag. It's a short pit stop.
Yeah, very short, yeah. Maybe faster pair.
If it's a fast pair, he forgot to undertake visor tear off or fuel or something. So Martin Varga is still out there driving.
Ooh, that's a bit of a dive. No, he's all right.
Is it possible to get the track map up? Just want to keep an eye on the first time passing through each other. Here we go. So not oh.
They're not going to get through that. That's Ibram. I think that was a bit of netcode contact, to be fair. And he's now going to have to go the long way round. He's got Bella, who's just pulled that move off.
It was netcode contact, but it's not like they don't know that that doesn't supply a netcode. Like, you know, it's not like I've never seen that in that corner that I mentioned in the broadcast track coverage moments before the race. It's just one of those corners. Giuliano looking really strong. Samuel Villa. Let's see, because Samuel Villa's done some fringe strategies before, you know, boxing super early and stuff like that. Let's see what he tries. Because these two are equal in points, I want to say.
Equal in points, yeah. That's a bit of contact now on the straight between Hamac and Macaulay. Hamac is trying to get past Macaulay here. Hasn't quite had the start of the race that he wanted after an underwhelming qualifying as well. And Hamac is clear. But
yeah,
Macaulay sent it back, and it's 3 wide. And that was never going to work. And now, I don't know if that's damage or whether it's careless or not. But
who is that red car? The red LMP2? Ain't no way.
Boniok, I believe.
Weren't even invited to the party.
I must say, I think I thought maybe it's just because he's my namesake, but I thought that was all right.
There was 2 LMP2s turning by the time he got there.
I think it's worth getting a replay, maybe from the chopper angle, and see whether Boniok was over ambitious there. He's up into 23rd place overall. Here it was. And he was a long way back before the corner. I think that's all right.
I don't know, I'd need a lot more angles. It was optimistic. The middle car did seem to try and completely back out and not turn. That caught the car on the outside, but it's always going to be difficult with 3 cars qualifying having approach speed like that. But, I mean, depends what rules you live by. If it's the Verstappen rule, then yes, he made the apex first.
Almost 3 wide there. 2 GTPs and an LMP2. Gord has lost a bit of time to the top 2 now because of this traffic, and he's under big pressure from Federico Sartor. They're going to be compromised by this LMP2. The thing is that they don't even gain that much time through the S's anyway, so they don't stand to lose too much time. Can nip past just before the right-hander here.
Yep, see how they'll navigate the traffic, and they send it here, or just set it up. Set it up. Nice decision.
Of course, will be really interesting at Bella because that circuit, there's going to be barely any difference in the speed between the cars. Right?
So I've raced Belle Isle in an IMSA, and I was in an LMP2, and it was a lot of fun. Would I do it again? I'm not sure. It was a lot of work.
Of course, if we have a sprinkling of rain, that's all the LMP2s will need to go potentially even faster than the GTPs. There goes Old Sharp.
Yeah, not having the best day.
No.
He's looking. No, backed out. Some gorgeous camera angles. Is this your work?
I think we forgot to change the. I forgot to change the camera. So complementing my.
Maybe it's just our producers' transitions as well.
Oh,
teammate on
dear,
teammate.
and the championship contenders
Oh.
go off, and that is disaster for Samuele Villa, and that is, and well, Iliano very aggressive there, and he
trying
needs to
to
calm it down.
Yeah, he tried to rejoin when there was a car there, and actually for a split second acted like, I am allowed back. It's like, no, you're not. You will wait. You can't just move the car that's there. But yeah, P1 and 2, teammates, equal in the championship.
And now Lucera's round, and he nearly makes contact with his teammate.
Yeah, that's Lucera's second mistake. First in qualifying now. He's been handed this, and now he's dropped it.
So Maxime Gords, remarkably, now leads this race ahead of Sartor and Segro. None of those top three have won a race this season. Iliano's still right in there, 2.5 seconds behind. But yeah, that would be fascinating to see what happened there.
Yeah, we'll get a replay, and we can cast judgment on who we think's to blame.
So it's Iliano leading, Villa second.
Because he gets a run because of the LMP2.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one to call. Because Villa is a little bit away from the apex, I would say.
Yeah, if we could get one more look.
Certainly not Iliano's fault.
So who was ahead? Iliano was the front guy.
Was the front guy.
Okay, let's look at this again then. I think it's just a race sense, but here we go.
Absolutely right to go for that move.
Considering their teammates, it was quite poor because Iliano turns in when he's there, and Villa kind of like doesn't make the apex.
Is that Barocco who's gone off at T1? Might be. Certainly someone just went straight on.
Yeah, I'd be annoyed personally if it was a teammate because both weren't perfect. You wouldn't turn in on your teammate like that, and you wouldn't blow the apex on a teammate like that. So, yeah.
Maybe it's Simone Nucera actually who went off at T1 because he's now returned back to the pit. So dreadful day for Simone. Actually it was Barocco. Simone's had his own separate issue. Barocco was already a lap down.
Corby in chat, very smart. Oh, what? Wait, how do you drop it like that? Yeah, definitely not the smartest decision. They were both only going to lose time, even if they had made it through, because they were going to share the following right-hander side by side as well, and then have a horrible run all the way down. Yeah, Maxime Gord, and we've mentioned it a few times, and Tino Segro has looked fast. Maybe we thought on a different strat, but now P2.
So Villa's decided to come into the pits. Would be a long way to go to get to the end from here. Really long way to go, but of course they did do an hour back at Laguna Seca. But I would have thought this would be quite a much higher fuel consumption.
All right, so let's play catch up there. Maxime Gord's leading GTP Pro, Segro P2, Sator P3 overall, but leading GTP AM. Bradley Sexton's P2 in GTP AM. In LMP2 Pro, we've got Tom Griggs, Lucas Diaz, and Christopher Domain. Not much changes since we last checked in. And the gaps have pretty much stayed the same as well. If I think they both drop in Christopher Domain, to be honest. In LMP2 AM, we have Samuel Shepherd leading the way with Alberto Companion. Some 3.5 seconds back. I think that's actually come down a pinch. So yeah, obviously fuel is going to come into this. It's a long race. Yeah, Maxime Gord. I tell you what, having no teammate has played the part here.
Yeah.
Because the team with all the drivers have exploded.
Mistake there for Ibrahim under braking, but he's all right. You can see Diaz keeping Griggs honest. I mean, we saw that gap go over 2 seconds within the first 3 laps of the race, and it's still at 2.4 seconds. So while Griggs may have got up his tyres up to speeds a bit quicker, it looks like Diaz has had equal pace since then. And even Christophe Demey as well, only 6 seconds off the lead. Not too far off when it comes to the lap time. So it does look like Griggs is going to be offered some sort of challenge today.
Yeah. Just thinking, Samuel Villa might not have been happy with the pace Iliana was putting down, because as we had thought, maybe they're heavily fuel saving and perhaps Samuel Villa just wanted to get on with it, but still. Yeah.
It's slightly unusual though, like these guys are usually so conservative where they, oh no.
He's going to wait
for him.
He is going to wait.
But that could be even more. Oh no, it's the worst rejoin of the year.
Park it.
It's the worst rejoin of the year.
Aye.
Did that take out 2 cars?
One definitely lost a lot of time, but Norbert took a big hit.
Or
He
Forge?
can make... No, he can't.
No, he can't make the race from here.
That was quite a heavy impact for the impact driver, unfortunately. Yeah, we see it here. I'm not really sure what happens here. Why not brake to the left if you want to brake to the left?
I'm not even... I don't know, did the car head move? And then McCauley...
No. I think McCauley just decided not to send it and broke too late. I like the fact he ended up waiting for nothing. Oh yeah, McCauley just got it wrong. That's all. But yeah, ironically, no, we didn't even talk about him because of how bad the rejoin was.
Yeah, Brent Sates' rejoin. The guy went wide, I'm not sure who... The guy, I guess, got contact in the end, and there was one other car who had to take a base action, maybe Bosworth or Fletcher, I think it was maybe Bosworth.
But even the car he hit, McCauley, like the one who did the bad rejoin, he was even he got caught out of the apex of how slow the LMP2 in front was, and yeah, so McCauley just... Yeah. But an absolute... Let's have a look. Bren Setter
was the one with the bad rejoin. And then, yeah, Barker, I think, got hit.
What a shame. Yeah, what a shame. But yeah, I mean, you've only got to use your brain for half a split second. That rejoin direction was never gonna work. Like, think about where you were. Where did you expect them to go?
Well, I was concerned for McCauley. I was like, if he's going to wait here in the middle of the chicane.
Yeah, also but not the smartest.
He was sort of on the edge of the circuit off the racing line.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was good for McCauley. You could tell immediately he was planning on waiting. Yeah. Maybe he just got caught out because he saw the guy waiting and was like, oh, thank you. Like, everyone's waiting. Like, I go now. Like, perhaps he felt pressure to get going quick because the guy was waiting. I don't know. I've never seen anyone wait for me before.
So these two have made a bit of a break for it. 1.5 seconds now the gap between Segro and Santos, second and third.
But I tell you what, Segro setting the early pace. I mean, I don't know where he was in qualifying. Absolutely nowhere. P7 or whatever. His pace, race pace has looked phenomenal. I mean, I called Maxime Gord earlier on, like looking like a, you know, always such a strong driver come the race. Can we see Segro challenge for the win here? No, yeah, these two are laying down the pace, unlike what Iliano was going for with the fuel saving strategy. We're talking about, I'm going to say like 2/10 a lap. I think this is what ultimately pressured Villa into going for a pass on his teammate to try and, you know, disagree with the strategy choice. Yeah, these two are flying.
Via went for a pit stop, and we think can get to the end of the race. Nusa has also pitted. They are almost a lap down. It's such a short lap round here that by doing a pit stop you do lose about 80% of the lap. So you can see there kind of the back straight, that's the number 10 and number 11 cars, and now seeing the turn A10B chicane.
Press the rain button.
You think?
Yeah, press it, gone. When are they going to give broadcast control for weather?
Yeah.
Why not?
Like
sprinklers.
Genuinely, though, we should have a button to do the rain.
Although I think, I can't remember what race it was. I think it might have been just one of them. If not, whatever it was, I hated it. They literally had rain set to only 0 or 100. So when they wanted it to rain, it was 100% chance, and then back to 0. It was awful.
Oh, so it was like schedules.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, that's what you can do. Like if you schedule it, you're guaranteed when the rain's going to be.
But mate, it was awful. Because yeah, it was just awful. I hated it. I like like always that 20-30% chance. You never really know when it comes and goes.
Yeah. I mean, we broadcast I can see the Series Kick Crown Racing Series, and yeah, one of their race formats was Fuji, and it started off. They made it so that it started off wet, it dried out, and then it rained again. Yep. And it was marginal whether it was faster to change onto slick tyres and then change back to wet tyres. It was just the same set of wet tyres for the whole race.
Awesome.
And it's all right, but like it's like there's no like it's not really strategy at that point, because you know what's going to happen.
Right, I got you. Yeah,
like they could literally practice exactly what was the faster routes. And
no, I like the driver feeling the tyres under him, making the decision. Hello to Mac. Yes, indeed, Mr. Shepherd is leading after a P2 qualifying, I want to say. He got the lead, I think, on lap 1, if not lap 2. And ever since then, he's been the one setting the pace. He's about to get commentator's curse as we broadcast his car. Here we go. Is it all over in T5 because we covered him? Here we go. We're about to find out. No, he survives. That's good. I remember the moment where I gave someone like my driver of the day. I was talking about them and they just binned it into the wall while I was yapping. Oh yeah, Sam Shepherd looking very strong.
yeah, 3.6 seconds to companion. Now he's edging that up. That last AP was actually 0.6 of a second faster. So
what's happened to Reutemann?
Yeah, Reutemann
and Ibram?
Yeah, they may have collided. Are we about to overtake them? Have we just overtaken them? No, they managed to get back on circuit in time. But
and Olshaw, has he just towed? Or has someone just got bad net out there? Something's happened to Dojo and Olshaw, or he's just come into the pit. It's a little early.
I am not sure. You can get to the end of the race, though, can Olshaw quite easily from
oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
But he is stationing for a while, so he may have towed. He's already made a couple of mistakes, of course, we've seen, but usually in wheel-to-wheel combat, not by himself. We have grass.
Oh, the overcorrection of the season. He gone. You know, we did see him self-mistake because he absolutely yeeted it in 7-6, sorry. He just went straight into the grass.
Iliano with a bit of damage on that car after the contact earlier on.
Yeah, I assume he'll tick it.
And everyone is pitting very early. I mean, expect the likes of Gordon Seagrave to go 45, 50 minutes into this race, and everyone else is
Don't you think Iliano just wants to now cover off, like, when you're on these alt strats, especially that big, you're always hoping that your traffic is less than theirs. Isn't it nice just to switch on to theirs and be like, okay, we're going to lose the equal, but I'll be able to control the difference between us now, not be constantly spooked.
Sure. Yeah. No, very true. That was a good move from Reutemann on Bella. So Reutemann now up to P4.
Yeah, after an awful qualifying, he is finding himself, moving on up.
And Shepard is caught up to the back of these guys. I wonder if we get a replay of what happened to Ibrahim like a lap or two ago, because he lost quite a bit of time.
Yeah, he definitely had an off.
With, I think it was with Bella. And that is why he's with these guys now. They're about to be lapped by Marco Barocco, I think. Well, not lapped by Marco Barocco. They are laps ahead of Marco Barocco, who's had a miserable time of it. Spent 22 minutes in the pits earlier on with issues. I don't think it was 22 minutes in the pits. I think I don't think that's coming up right. But yeah, certainly had to go back to the pits for repairs earlier on. Just been trying to make a break for it. Couldn't find anything for Ibrahim, so maybe it was all right after all. Just a brief excursion.
Yeah, these Maxim Gordon Seager are outside of fuel saving danger. We'll have to see where Iliano and Villa are relative on pace. Oh, Villa's in again. That's...
Uh-oh. Has he sped? Or crossed the pit exit line? Can you do that here?
I mean, why is he in again? He's already pitted.
Yeah, but maybe it's like a penalty.
No, it's too many laps away. He's too many laps ago. Unless it's a drive-through. You only get 3 laps.
Yeah, did he pit too early before that he couldn't get to the end of the race, so he's just going to get it done now? It's quite a long pit stop.
No, I mean,
before.
why would you rob yourself twice of running low fuel? Like, why would you keep topping up your... Why would you be allergic to running on low fuel here at Road Atlanta when you can fly? I don't know. But his day, I mean, it's essentially over, right?
Yeah, and the bad news for Villa is that his drop score is very poor already because he scored no points back at Hockenheim. So this might be the end of his championship hopes, honestly. Like, this is looking like a long shot now for him to have any chance.
And it is over for him. Oh, he's come out the pit after a 41-second pit stop.
So there you can see he's way back in the LMP2 pros, but it gets even worse for him because in the LMP, in the GT, he's gone straight off on the cold tyres. In the GTP standings overall, he is even further back, and he's going to be scoring very few points today.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely pitted too early. Maybe he could have stretched it. No, I don't know. I haven't driven these in a while, but I can't work it out.
So Maxim Corder's coming to the pits as well. We've now got a GTP AB 1, 2, 3, 4 out on the circuit. We change back to the overall standings. We'll be able to see that on the timing tower. And Sartor now leads the way. So yeah, surprised that Gorder's come into the pits quite as early as he has done. It's a great first stint for him. 28.8 seconds stationary for Gord. I guess that's just the amount of fuel you've got to take in order to get to the end, maybe? I don't know, that seems like quite a lot. But it is a 75-minute race, so we're not totally used to this, but I don't know. I feel like you can take less than that. Sartor the next into the pit, so... I don't know. I do not know. I feel like I'm having to check what the fuel tank capacity was. It wasn't set. I'm pretty sure it was 100%, which should mean that they can go 50 minutes. Maybe those two just covering each other off. Is that Bradley Sexton is leading the race, I think for the first time ever.
Yeah, looking good. Is Seagro's pit stop a bit long? Is that what your question?
The pit stop I was question was Gord's pit stop. 28 seconds. But we'll see with Sartor. Like, if that's 28 seconds, then I think we can just confirm that that's how much fuel you've got to take.
Yeah, but then why Seagro 40 seconds?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely...
Yeah, 26.
So Sartor 2 seconds quicker than Gord, so it looks like he's going to have the advantage. We'll have to get those tyres up to temperature. Gord's not far behind, though. And with the up to temperature tyres, I think he'll probably overtake Sartor. much he gains. Easy.
Yeah.
Bradley Sexton now in. So Furlan leads. We've had a lot of different leaders now.
Yeah, just send it here. Yeah. This is going nothing off the corner. Yeah, looking good for Maxim Good. I don't know what Seagro's done. And he's back into the pits again. So
Corbin Lenaway saying red flag, Sexton leading. That's ambitious there from Sartor, considering that he's on the cold tyres.
well, that's why anything you can do to make Maxime just lose time while you build up tyre temps is a good call. If you just let him do his thing and set hot laps, it's going to be a 6-second gap.
See, Sexton not too far behind those guys. Wasn't a particularly quick pit stop, 29 seconds. But just shows how well the American is doing today.
Segro has gone. Yeah, Segro is done. At least he have fun maybe fighting with Villa, but I don't know why he's pitted twice. I don't know why his first pit stop was 40 seconds. I'm completely clueless.
Has got the fastest lap of the race as it stands. That counts for nothing. There's no bonus points for him. But he does possess this.
4 tyres, no fuel. I don't know. No clue.
Well, tyres and fuel are taken simultaneously, right? Yeah, tyres only take about
No, I mean,
24
why?
seconds.
That would explain it, right? If you just sit there taking 4 tyres with no
Sure.
fuel, you'd need to pit again.
Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. Of course, do let us know in chat who you are supporting in this race. We'll give a shout out to Apex Racing Academy. If you're not familiar with Apex Racing Academy, they design setups and track guides and data packs for a whole host of cars on iRacing. These GTPs and LMP2s are covered, but also GT cars, single-seaters, and much, much more. So if you head over to apexracingac.com, you can become a subscriber at the bronze, silver, or gold memberships and take advantage of those data packs.
Cedric in. I like what Marco Furlan and Thomas Toth is a bit further back, but I like what Marco Furlan's doing. Actually using some low fuel.
James Ibram's just overtaken Carlos Reutemann. Not Carlos Reutemann. I was always going to do that.
Yeah.
Edson Reutemann.
And Senna, you mean?
Edson Senna.
What a name.
I mean, best name. Maybe in aerial history.
All right, Diaz jumps first of the LMP2s.
I wonder if we could get a quick replay of that overtake from Ibram on Ayrton.
Cedric's pit stop is long. Well, 30 seconds. Yeah, that's.
I got a bit. Oh, yeah, good opportunistic driving there. Ibram had to get his shoulders out. I mean, nothing wrong that Ibram did there. Got squeezed a bit by Reutemann and had to shoulder him out the way.
It was Colin McRae-esque, was the overtake. Okay, Diaz with tyres. Don't know how many.
Well, he was stationed. He was on the jacks for a while. I'm concerned how long this pit stop is for Diaz. 37 seconds. Actually, you know what? That's probably just the amount of fuel you got to take because it's a full tank that these guys got to take. So no, that is just not.
Like we said, we're just not used to the hour 15 format.
Yeah. Still surprised it's that long for the GTPs because it is only like 20 minutes of fuel, so 28 seconds seems excessive, but yeah, in the LMP2s makes total sense. We'll do 35 minutes on tank.
Segro, absolutely. Like, I actually thought for a split second he could win this race. I thought this was his chance to win, but he's completely blown it. I like Marco Furlan, what he's doing. Obviously, Gordon, Sartor, probably going to get this done, and maybe by the end even Iliano could claim the win. We'll see. I'm excited to see where Marco Furlan can put this.
Foniok, is Foniok bouncing Companion? I'm very confused. Oh, he is ahead of Companion, so I say Foniok ahead of Companion now. companion, second place in the AMs. Foniok, 5th place out of the pros.
Shepard doing a good job. Drew Fletcher has been in the pits for 5.5 minutes, so I think that's 4 tyres. Sorry, it's fun. He's out of the race. I just didn't see him go. Oh. Oh. No love lost there. Is that Sator and Maxime?
Yeah, basically for the race leaders, because Verlan and Toth still needs a pit.
Well, these two legends are driving into each other twice in a straight line.
We've had 2 leaders already wipe each other out so far today. Could we have the same happen again? Samuel Shepard's was just off the circuit for a second there. Saw him flash up. You can see he's a bit gingerly away. What has that done to his gap? I don't think it's made too much of a difference, because I think the driver who was chasing down has already pitted. A lot of drivers pitting on that last time round.
Yeah, this is why it's a very bad time to make a mistake, because it is the pit stop phase. Foniak, Reutemann, Companion, Joshua Germany, Macaulay, all of them in the pits. So depending on how much time he lost, it can feel quite painful to lose it during the pit phase. He's having a look. But then again, is he playing games? Because all of this favours Sator massively. Sorry, Iliano. Sorry, that is Sator.
Sure, yeah, Iliano could get back into this, couldn't he?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, he's only 2 seconds behind him.
Every time these two even makes Maxime look in the mirror, then he brings him back in, yeah.
And of course, Verlan as well, right in the mix. Hasn't pitted yet, but it was not too far behind these guys
in now
as he pits. So this will be fascinating to see if these guys have battled too much and have given Marco Verlan the lead.
If he can do a 25-second, 24.8 pit stop. Did everyone join Absolute Motorsport? It does look like a field day out there in GTP. There are a lot of drivers, yes. Mr. Griggs with a 36-second pit stop, which is good. Although 35 by DeMay, but he was too far back, really, to make that an impact. Just going to check the times of Ibram and Sam.
Verlan, if he did take tyres, only took 2 tyres because he's already on the ground.
Ibram with a good pit stop, 36.4. Shepard with a very good pit stop, 35.9. Yeah, very good from Sam there.
So Verlan's still behind those guys, but in the mix. He's going to have some tricky laps now if he did take tyres. 2 of those tyres are going to be taking a little time to warm up.
Yeah, but not bad. Doing well. Obviously just waiting for Tomas Toth now to pit. Whoa. It's Reutemann on Sam. And Sam's letting him through. Wise choice. He's got quite some gap over Companion, so he can lock this down.
Yeah, I can't quite remember where Companion lost that time, but he's quite far back. Just trying to remember if he had an incident. As Bosworth now is into the pit, so he was briefly the leader of the LMP2s for a lap.
James Bosworth into the pits. So the gap between Griggs and Lucas Diaz is some 6 seconds.
Yeah. He pitted 3 laps later. I don't know if maybe that had...
Yeah, I mean, if Tom's on coals, Lucas will catch up now, for sure. So we'll see. Bosworth pit stop. Very good. 35 flat. Yeah, so we'll see that gap from Diaz drop, but I don't see it being close enough.
Bosworth has just lost out to Germany, so he comes out in P4 out of the LMP2 AMS.
And that's his teammate, of course, Series 1 Racing Esports. Or SAW, for sure.
I didn't mind that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm looking forward to someone locking down Jart. JART as the racing team. Then when someone says, what's it stand for? Just another racing team. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, I'm probably a bit old, but if you remember JASC, JASC, it was like a photo editor pre-Photoshop days, and their company name was Just Another Software Company.
Oh, that's ambitious. Is that still
JASC? I don't know. JASC.
Were they bought by Microsoft?
I don't know. Oh, Paint Shop Pro. That's the. I don't know if you remember that. I actually had forgotten.
Oh, here comes the move. And very nearly made it. And he's going to go for it again. And, well, I was just waiting for the contact between the two cars. And Gordon is holding on in there, but this has opened up the opportunity now for Iliano to attack Sartor. How much does Sartor fight this one? Because Iliano's already made contact with one of his teammates. He's not going to fight it this time. Gordon a little bit slow through the chicane though. I thought he was just backing up for the back marker, but actually he just seemed to struggle for pace a bit. And he's got a long way to go if he's going to defend all the way to the 75-minute mark. These guys 4 seconds ahead of Marco Furlan. He's only a further 1.5 seconds ahead of Sexton as Gord went off the circuit. Sorry, it looks away, and Gord has lost the lead, and now he's alongside for P2. Neither of them are going to give it up. Gord bounces across, and it's all gone away from him in the matter of a couple of corners. He overdrove T3. We'll have to get a replay of it. Bounced across the grass, and
it was all just too desperate to get it back. It's actually cost him more. Let's see.
Oh, yeah, too much on the curve there. And then, yeah, I saw him off the circuit, but I didn't actually
So he's got a server slowdown. This is... Yeah. I mean, it's a big slowdown, and he didn't show signs of serving it in a polite manner there.
Yeah, I mean, nothing that Iliana could do. It's a narrow part of the circuit. So, Sartor versus Iliana. Iliana, if he can win this, it would be his 4th race win of the season and put him a long way clear in the championship fight. If Sartor can win this, it would put another finger on the championship trophy. He's already got a hand on it.
Tomas Toff has served his pit stop. Unfortunately, he went very long, but it was a pretty mid pit stop time, unfortunately. He lost some 3.5 seconds down pit road.
Via, by the way, just stranded in P9. He's got a huge gap of almost a lap back to Tamas.
Yeah, but he has Segro to keep him company, who also is having a nightmare.
He's got 9 seconds to Segro. He still has the fastest lap of the race.
I mean, Samuel Villa's hand was forced by damage. I don't know what Segro's done.
Because then therefore Iliano with that move, but he got through it.
But you got to favour, I suppose, Iliano for this race win.
You think?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, I'll be the contrarian. I'll go Sartor. I think Iliano will take the P2. I don't think he needs the race win too much, and Sartor's got nothing to lose.
Well, if these two swap, I lock in a perfect prediction again. So make it happen.
Well, Companion is catching up.
Oh no, wait, I'm Olshar. I keep forgetting. Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not Sator. I dropped for Sator, and Olshar's had a nightmare. I completely forget. Apologies to Adrian Olshar.
Olshar is currently 16 laps down.
Yeah, he's had a mare.
It was looking good earlier on.
It was, yeah.
Full of fun. There's mine. That's not looking too bad. Where's Joshua Germany? Can he get up there? He's P3 right now, but a long way off. GCP AM and LMP2 Pro looking good though.
I think if Villa can drop in a F1 car, he can make this comeback. Maybe. He'll have to pit again to change car. Actually, I want to try an F1 car around Red Atlanta now. No, it's too bumpy. No, don't. No, I don't.
Oh, dummy.
Is this Sexton on Furlan? Whoa.
Oh,
Is he going to
okay.
make... Yeah, I mean,
It's done it.
if space...
And now Nucera will try to take advantage as well. You can see how he's absolutely sprinted away there as Randy Sexton. Remember, he has got fresher tyres. No, he hasn't got fresher tyres than Verlaine, to be fair. Verlaine's got very fresh tyres. So I'm not quite sure why Verlaine is struggling as much as he is.
Yeah, Nucera...
Oh, no.
And as you say, he's struggling. There it is.
His teammates gets caught up in it. Nucera has to go wide.
There you go, Nucera nearly killed, I think, Furlan at this next corner when he dropped it. If you think about it, if a motorsport driver does spin, absolute motorsport, then there's always a chance another one's going to hit him because most of the cars are. But yeah, like you say, I wonder why Furlan's struggling so much, but he is. Now potentially some damage. Yeah, great stuff by Sexton. Up 6, P2 in the AMS.
So Verlaine returns to the pits. He does have a faster pair as long as he hasn't already used it. So he'll be able to get back out there. Might lose, or might put Samuele Villa in the region of him. So that might be an important position for Villa. He needs every point he can possibly get for his championship hopes.
Yeah. Not been a great showdown for Absolute Motorsport, considering their domination and pace. Right now, only 2 in the top 4. Yeah, and if they had 6 at one point.
Yeah, only 3 in the top 7.
Yeah, that's the metric I meant to say. And even Nucera just hasn't looked himself all season. I'm a fan of Nucera. Like, some of the past seasons, he's been fire, but I just don't know if he's not driving as much anymore, but he's just not looked comfortable.
Tom Griggs' gap is up to 9.2 seconds in the LMP2 Pros.
So I'm going to call it absolute awful qualifying from Tom. Awful.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Absolutely awful. If you can pull 9 seconds.
But maybe Lucas is just very capable in qualifying. I don't know. I'll look back at what are the pole positions this season. Tom has got pole position in 3 rounds out of 7, which, considering that he's won, this will be his 6th win of the season. Actually, is a bit of a.
So he just can't qualify, basically.
Varga's got 2 pole positions, and that was Diaz's first pole of the season. Albeit this is only his first.
So next time Tom sends me a setup, I'm just going to delete the Q doc. I think I'll just delete it. Yeah. I'll just get someone else's. Not on it. And obviously it's a shame no... how can I forget his name? What's wrong with me?
Carter?
No. Yeah, obviously it's a shame we've got no Carter.
Varga?
No. Please move on, because I'm embarrassing myself. I've only known him like 7 years. You know, the other effect dude.
Well, he pimps around.
Or is he not even in this league? Was it the last one? Hold on. I've had a long day.
Oh, Busby.
Thank you. Yeah.
Not in this league. That was the most unnecessary insult ever.
Yeah, I've known Busby for 6, 7 years, and I just completely blanked his name.
Don't worry, it's not as though he usually watches the streams or anything.
Yeah, he's retired now. He's just a mechanic, basically.
Craig Bobberoy, once saying Absolute Motorsport domination made all the fans. You are the fans, so you can make that decision for yourselves. But I mean, at least they battle each other, right? I mean, if anyone's only just tuned in, top 2 in the championship, top 2 in the race collided earlier on, and well, Iliano's recovered back to 2nd place, but Villa down in 9th after that. And also saying Griggs just wanted to give Lucas hope because they are friends. Maybe that was the case.
Yeah.
What would you say you find more satisfaction, a perfect qualifying lap or a perfect race?
Perfect race.
Yeah.
Purely because who's going to remember qualifying if you have a perfect race? If you have a perfect qualifying,
No,
I'm always
yeah. But
Yeah,
let's say you finish top in both. Let's say you get pole position and the race win.
Yeah.
Would you rather you felt like you did your qualifying lap better or the race better?
I'm going to say race, because I'm not a good qualifier. I might have mocked Tom a few times. I'm just not a good qualifier. I'm more of my strengths, more like consistency, fuel, racecraft. I don't have that one lap pace that I can do.
You see, that's why I think qualifying is satisfying. Because it's like you
I get what you mean, but I've never done it, so I wouldn't know what the feeling's like. Yeah, race though for me. I love multi-class. I guess what I live for is multi-class. So yeah, perfect race means a lot. But no, it would be nice to qualify one day. Yeah. From Majors 24, I actually qualified last. I mean, I was in a GTP. I wasn't even meant to do the qualifying, and I don't like GTPs all that much. But
yeah, is it an average lap time that they do for majors? Or?
No, not for the finals. Like, so this will be easy. I'll just pass 2 at a time on the straights. Lap 3, still last. It's like, I hate this. Please let me out.
The gap between the top 2 has come down. Iliano was a quarter of a second faster that last tour. They have 20 minutes to decide this one. Gord, of course, after his mistakes, now sits some 7 seconds behind. He lost most of that.
Yeah, what a shame with the slowdown.
Yeah, just 2 corners, really. And that was it. Sexton only a second behind Gordon. I mean, Sexton's the fastest man on track. Fantastic work.
I love that move, setting up Nucera, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff.
T1, T2, T3. Of course, these are the 2 championship leaders in the GTPs. Sartor, the AM leader, Iliano, the pro leader.
There's been an off for Reutemann.
Yes.
Yeah, he's losing a significant amount of time. Sam Shepard's about to jump him. Well, no, it's close. They are very close on track, but Reutemann lost some 3 odd seconds there.
So gone straight on at T1. Seen it a few times. Companion only 2.7 seconds behind.
Yeah,
Shepherd.
Shepard's lost some time here. I think that's where it's flashing. He's definitely lost some time here. Maybe we can get a replay of what happened to Reutemann. Here we go. Is he going to clip the grass on the way into 1? Yep. Nope.
Oh, it's the classic.
Ooh.
I mean, obviously, a few years ago, you would have hit the wall there. Oh, he did hit the wall.
What? What, with this model of grass? How?
I don't know how. Yeah, he's really overcorrected that.
Yeah. Just keep turning. Just pretend you're on asphalt and you're fine. You don't even need to open the wheel anymore. As Sam Shepard. Obviously, Reutemann's car has net-coded back, by the way. That piece that flew off is there on the broadcast.
Yeah, might still have. So it looks like his front left is a bit damaged, though. He slapped the wall. God, right to the edge of the sug. He's been overtaken by Sexton. Sexton's up into P3.
Wow, did Gord damage his car out of 5? Has he got close to the wall? But, I mean, I'm impressed with Sexton's pace, but, I mean, Gord has been on it all race.
His last lap time was 1.6 seconds slower. His lap time before that, though, Gord, was absolutely fine. Like, he actually went faster than Sartor on the...
So maybe a mistake?
So, yeah, I think he just made a mistake on the last time.
So, a bit frustrated, maybe. Because, yes, could have been his day. I mean, I still think Seagrow or Gord looked like they were going to win it after the incident. But yeah, the top 2 have fallen twice out of this race. When we lost Villa and Iliano, and then we lost Gord and Seagrow. Iliano might be able to undo it, although that gap's opened back up to 1.3 seconds. Sartor doing everything he needs to win this.
Fastest or personal best lap of the race for Sartor, that last tour. The circuits.
Top tip for Tom Griggs, if he wants to get more broadcast time for effect, you know, you need to stop just driving away. and making no mistakes. It's not conducive.
Of course, there's a couple of seasons, I think, of the Endurance Championship. It'll be fascinating to see if he comes back with effect to defend their back-to-back titles.
Yeah, well, who's the... Obviously, I'm just going to say who's the rapid effect guy, but I mean really rapid. The 10K, 9, 10K.
I thought it was Griggs who usually carries them, right?
No. Griggs is amazing, but you're forgetting someone who made their setups, does all the IRL driving, does a lot of the coaching. Probably helped coach Griggs in the early days. Andy Dawson.
Oh, yeah.
Dawson's really quick, and a lot of the reason why a lot of them drive LMP2s.
Chop.
Really quick. Disgustingly quick. And then, yeah, you have Busby, Griggs, who have come through as very fast LMP2 drivers. Yeah, Dawson used to do coaching, make the setups, and obviously drive. But yeah, Dawson and Griggs were the team you're thinking of who won a lot. No, sorry, Dawson and Busby, sorry.
Yeah.
And then obviously, yeah. Tom's always been rapid.
So the teammates have found each other on circuit now. Groitsman versus Companion. Groitsman, of course, was overtaken by Shepherd before. Does look like he's nursing some damage, does Companion, because he is struggling quite a bit.
He has a minion.
And so already Groitsman has overtaken him. And oh, but now they're swapping back again. Apologies.
This is
Companion. Groitsman's the damaged one.
Yeah.
And Companion.
And this is the Renovo team.
And into the pits.
Ah, what a shame.
It's Groitsman. I'm surprised. Like, maybe he had a meatball flag. It doesn't actually come up on this overlay. So if he didn't, then it would have been smart for him just to stay out there. But loses out to Foniok. Will lose out to Germany and Bosworth and Hammer and probably Macaulay as well.
That's good to hear in chat. Yeah, I've known Andy for a while. He's always been really kind to me as well. Very quick dude.
Gap out in the lead is 3.5 seconds now. Liliano has made a mistake. Somewhere. Not seeing it come up on the second time.
Well, I saw it drop from like 0.6 to 1.3, and now, yeah, 3 seconds. We're going to have an AM win the overall. But then again, Satori's definitely no... I wouldn't want to race him. He seems legit. He seems to have everything. Good qualifying, good fuel saving, great race pace, good racecraft, good traffic management.
And he started this race on pole position, did Sator. But he did drop down to 4th place in the early stages.
Oh, no, Iliano had pole. Whoa. Yeah,
yeah, I'm getting confused by the
fuzz, the Fs.
Sator was on GTP and pole. It's what I'll deflect to.
Yeah, so technically he was pole, yeah. I should just show you. I should back you up one time.
Yeah.
But you are correct, and pro. Yeah, I should have just led with that rather than like, no, actually, you are factually incorrect.
How do you... Would you... how would you say that usually works in terms of when you're listening to commentators and someone gets something obviously wrong?
Yeah.
Are you waiting for the other one to correct them on that? Or are you like, that's all right, the viewers know what they meant, or at least I knew what they meant, so I don't feel the need that they need to correct them.
No, it needs correcting, because otherwise you end up digging a hole. Like, you know, if you run with it, you know, it needs correcting.
Sure.
Because otherwise, yeah, you just start digging that hole with that mistake, not realising. And now you've been talking about it for 40 minutes, and after you think, why didn't you just correct me? Like, you could have fixed this ages ago. Nucera's in.
Yeah, well, his previous pit stop was only 16 seconds, so maybe he didn't think he was getting to the end anyway.
Let me just get this correct. Of the absolute motorsport ace lift drivers, Seagro's pitted twice, Villa's pitted twice, Nucera's pitted twice.
I think they had damage though. I think they had some pit. early on to fix damage.
I know, but they've got a lot of drivers, but they've got even more of his pit stops. A lot of pit stops. It's a shame to see. But yeah, quick pit stop, topped up his fuel. Let's see what he can do.
Well done to Cedric Holbom. He is now P5 overall.
Yeah, up 7.
Going to be by far his biggest points haul of the season.
Yeah, looking good. Just, you know, so many mistakes from, you know, obviously Iliano getting caught out board with the mistake. Furlan just didn't look comfortable after the pit stop phase. And then obviously Vida and Seago with their double pits. It's been impressive. Hoff just looks like he's hanging on in turn 5. Every time we cut to him. Oh. Yeah, as you see Furlan, I don't know if Furlan just took like 3 tires or something, but he just doesn't look comfortable since the pit stop.
Yeah, I mean, because he was in the lead fight, wasn't he, Furlan?
Yeah, he was in the pack, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then obviously when we lost the top 2 and then lost the next top 2, he should be up there, but yeah, he's actually net down 2 positions.
Yeah, did he? Must have taken, I mean, how? But like, he's almost a lap down now, is Furlan. I can't remember. So I remember him being overtaken by Sexton. Sexton did a really good pass on him.
Furlan's looks good. He was in the lead at one point. Well, not in the lead. He was last to pit. Second to last to pit, sorry, because Toth was last. Yeah, Furlan just since the pit stop has looked all types of off.
We are not going to quite catch up to these guys by the end. Here we go. Eek. Eek. And are they able to get through it? No, they're not. And, well, that'll be good news for Samuel Villa.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, it was dumb all the way through. And you can't... It's easy to blame the other guy, but you're also the other guy.
Well, Toth got ahead.
Yeah, for sure.
So in a way, it's works.
Let's see when the actual incident happens. I mean, Toth leaves no room on the inside to take an actual corner. It was all dangerous, but in the last, Toth left no room there.
So where is Villa now in relation to these guys? Still 16 seconds back. He is probably about a second lap faster, but yeah, it's not going to quite be enough. He'll get under 10 seconds, but we'll miss out on a top 8.
What is happening to Iliano? Can we, like, we need to get on board commentary. I want to be able to interview the drivers, Sam. Make it happen for next season. I want to ask them questions.
Well, he might be caught by Sexton at this rate.
Yeah, he was pushing. 6 tenths off, 5 tenths off, looking hungry. And, I mean, he is the shortest on the pit stop. So, yeah, perhaps he's 1 lap short of fuel because... I think I'll be damned if I lost 6 seconds saving 1 lap of fuel for Road Atlanta.
See, he's consistently half a second to a second lap slower than Sartor.
Yeah, I don't know. 1/8 tenths less of fuel.
Maybe if we ride on board with him here and just listen to his engine.
That's a good idea.
As he goes down to the chicane.
If we see a lift, a second he drops the hill. He lifted, but...
that's quite a big lift, I feel like.
Let's listen just one last time to 1. And he's losing, I don't know, it's a lot of time. It's almost 7 seconds. Here we go. No. He's just slow. Which I've never said about Iliano. I'm not sure.
Samuel V is just at the fastest lap of the race. He is about 8 tenths to a second lap faster than Iliano, but is a lap behind him. So it doesn't count for much. Now only 13 seconds behind Fernando, 2 seconds faster than Fernando on that last lap. So if he keeps going at that rate, he will catch up. There's a good battle going on in the LMP2s between Germany, Bosworth, Hamac, and Macaulay. The 4 of them have all congregated in the fight for the last spot on the podium in the LMP2 Alps. It's all very similar lap times. In fact, Macaulay is the fastest of these guys right now.
One thing that's sort of gone unnoticed, because obviously we've been reporting on who's leading each class, but Sam Shepard's P5 overall. He definitely was a moonshot away from that come the start of the race. P2 in AM, and I think it was like 8th overall. I want to say maybe even 9th, but yeah, sitting P5 overall. That's very impressive with the likes of only Ibram, DeMay, Diaz and Griggs ahead. So having Companion, Fonyak, obviously he's beat out Reutemann who had the damage, and Varga who got a little bit excited. And then Mats who will be having a discussion with the stewards after the race. They were awful. Was it him with the awful injury?
Brent says yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brent said. Yeah, Mats.
So I think Macaulay's made a mistake, so he was catching up to these guys, but yeah, you can see he's lost about 3 seconds with a mistake at the chicane there.
I think that's the team Sam Shepard's joined. Yeah, Impact SimSwap. So it's his teammate. Let's have a look.
Shame for Macaulay. He was looking like the most likely actually to make a move. Is it something to do with the GTP? Well, there's not really much the GTP did wrong there. Besides, obviously, just, you know,
yeah, I mean, that's
slow
just
himself down and the LMP2 down. The actual, like, off. Can't really blame it. Via in.
for the third pit stop.
Okay.
See, I always expect the GTPs to do dumb, stupid stuff, so I'm never caught like, oh, what's happening? I'm always shocked when they get off the corner well, and I'm like, oh, wow, good stuff.
Crazy how Via literally just set the fast lap of the race as well, and then has had to pit again. I don't know what's been going on with his fuel. Do not know, because, like, yeah, I don't know. Although, I think he made his second pit stop, like, a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, it may have been too early to get to the end of the race. He made it at, like, the 25, 30-minute mark, I think, so maybe it was just too early.
He's pitted enough to do, like, 4 hours of race, 3 hours 30 of racing.
Oh, it was a drive-through. He didn't stop. Just went straight through the pits. So he would have gone over the 20 instant limit.
Segro. Right, Furlan is caught back up to Toff, and obviously there's not much love lost between them. I'm more shocked when GTPs use their brakes. Yeah, same, exactly. I just find them the awkward cars. Like the LMP1s had incredible acceleration, incredible braking, good acceleration off the corner. These things lummox under braking, they're awful. They're the size of the Titanic when they turn. They don't seem to have any acceleration or downforce. So that, yeah, always awkward to race with. Look at the LMP2s, like just slam on the brakes. All right, they've got no acceleration. They're like GT4 off the corner. But it's consistent.
So that was Tom Griggs lapping Jensen Bosworth there. Griggs lapping everyone up to P8 in the LMP2s.
Yeah. Oh, Diaz had an off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Will this put DeMay in relation? Diaz is back in the circuit.
Yeah, quick recovery, only lost half a second.
Diaz on course for his second place finish out of 6 races he's competed in this season.
Yeah, he missed a few, right?
Yeah, he missed a couple, yeah.
Yeah, he's an impressive driver, especially in qualifying. His 1 lap pace is... no, I'm not just talking about this race. It's always impressive. Iliano is still dropping.
Yeah, well, 2.2 seconds now, the gap between Iliano and Sexton. Sexton on that last lap was 3 tenths faster. It's very consistent. If it keeps going like this, he's not going to catch in time. Sartor coming around the final couple of corners, so he's got 2 more laps to go.
That ain't fuel. Unless, like,
I think he was lifting quite a bit when we were running.
Well, then why would he not lift for T1?
I think he lifted a bit for T1.
A bit. He's losing 7.5 seconds. Why would you be then flooring it in D1?
He's only losing like 4 tenths a lap.
At Road Atlanta. only 4 tenths of a lap.
Gap down to 1.9 seconds now. He lost half a second, but again, it's not enough at the moment for Sexton.
Maybe I'm just, I mean, I'm a 2 fuel cap kind of guy, but I don't know how it sneaks up on people because he was bombing it, right? 4 tenths behind the leader.
Yeah, but maybe there was an extra lap compared to what he thought. I mean, we're only going to force another lap after this by about 10 seconds. So maybe he thought it was going to be a 64-lap race.
Yeah.
It's lovely conditions now as well. The fog has faded.
Yeah, imagine starting like this.
Everyone wouldn't have tuned out.
Yeah, I could see the car liveries.
Not a drop of rain. There's a risk of it. As the white flag will be prepared for Federico Sartor.
Bradley Sexton must be getting excited. It's only 1.6 seconds now.
Toth being caught by Falan as well.
Yeah, and those two have had some argy-bargy, so
Yeah.
interested to see what happens on the white flag.
They are a lap down though, so they will be finishing just after Sartor crosses the line. Gap down to 1.4 seconds now between Iliane and Sexton. Falan has made a mistake, and he might lose out to Segro here. Segro coming across through T1, but Falan, as long as he's got enough fuel to get to the end, he should hold on to 5th position. He'll be fortunate that they are lap down, but the gap's down to 2 seconds now. He's got to get up to speed quick.
It's not been absolute motorsports Ace-Lift's day, has it, considering how many cars they've got, how precise they usually are throughout a race. It's just not been their day.
Sexton gets the gap down to 1 second now.
Go on.
Can Iliane, does he have the fuel to get up the hill on the last lap? But there's no doubt about who's going to win this race. Federico Sartor has come close on several occasions. He's dominated the Amateur Championship, but he's going to win an overall race for the first time here at Road Atlanta. It's a great drive from the Absolute Motorsport driver. Francesco Iliane is there. He has made it. He has not run out of fuel, but it was a tricky end to the race for him. But he does get one hand on the championship
driving.
trophy.
Look, what? He's still driving. You don't lose 8 seconds and then just casually drive past the finish line for fun. So I don't know.
Tom Griggs has already won the LMP2 Pros. He crossed the line soon after Sartor crossed the line. So then our last class leader is this man, Samuel Shepherd, who's going to make it back-to-back race victories and give himself a shot at the LMP2 AM title. He's going to beat Companion by just over 5 seconds. The gap very consistent between the pair of them for the whole race, but Shepherd does it again, and Aiden Clark's going to have to perform in the final 2 rounds of the season if he wants to win that title. And just a couple more cars will cross the line, but a great work from our class winners there. And yeah, quite I don't think Sartor's come super close this season, but he's had the pace. Like Laguna Seca really demonstrated he had the pace. He made the mistakes on that day, but today I don't think he made any mistakes really. Maybe wasn't a great race start, but besides that, can't pick any holes.
He thoroughly deserves it. I mean, Iliano and Villa had that door-to-door incident, and obviously Iliano, even if Iliano had no say in that, Iliano really messed up whatever it was that caused his last stint there to be so slow. We assume fuel. Segro with the double pit stop out of nowhere. It was, at the end of the day, it was a self-caused issue. Yeah, I don't see, there was no one close to Sartor if we break it down. Nobody had the consistency. Maybe Bradley Sexton, but pace-wise, he just didn't have it over Sartor. That's like 8 seconds different, but Maxime Gourde lost his head. He only made one mistake, so I can remember all race long, but he turned that mistake into an act of, you know, desperation, and, you know, he handled it badly, and it really cost him.
So there are the results. Sartor, Iliane, Sexton, the podium in the GTP overall across 2 of them. And what a great drive from Bradley Sexton, really coming in his own at his home circuit. See the Absolute Motorsport drivers there in the back end of the top 10 really struggling. And then the top 3 in the LMP2 Pros were Griggs, Diaz and DeMay. And the top 3 in the AMs were Shepherd, Companion, and Josh Germany getting another podium. He's racked up quite a few of them this season. I say that actually, it's only his 3rd one actually, Germany. But he has been consistent And yeah, certainly Shepherd up into, I think, second place in the championship now. I'm not entirely sure. Macaulay might still be ahead. But him, Macaulay, and Germany with a chance of fighting with Carter in the championship. Let's have a chat then with a couple of our drivers then. We'll drag up Tom Griggs first up. Tom, can you hear us all right?
Yeah, all good.
Fantastic work from yourself once again out there. Yeah, talk us through qualifying, because we were a little bit surprised, or not surprised that Lucas, got the slight edge, but your race pace seemed so strong. Was it a perfect quali lap, or was Lucas just goating in quali?
Lucas had a very, very good lap. He got it very early doors. He was first out the box, and I sped in the pit lane, so I had to reset, which then put me middle of the pack. And I didn't have the best lap, but I think Lucas would have had it nailed on anyway. It was a good lap from him. And in the race, I was in the call with Lucas, and he was getting not very nice traffic by the sounds of it. So I count my lucky stars with that one. But yeah, different breed this place.
What happened on the race start as well? We didn't actually catch that right at the start, but of course you were P2 on the grid, and yet you got the launch on Lucas, which doesn't seem to sort of make much sense. So did Lucas, was he just a bit slow to accelerate at the start?
He must have done. We were kind of running out of start zones, so I think I kind of just got it perfectly timed compared to obviously the race leader. I don't think I jumped the start. Maybe I might have to go see the stewards at one point, maybe, but I don't know. It just seemed like we were side by side, and I felt it was okay. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I trust that. Yeah, it'll be okay on that one. And then going into the final two rounds of the season, well, particularly the next round, Belle Isle. How much different do you feel like that could be as a race compared to the others? I mean, once you get locked into like a street circuit, does it just feel like the same as any other circuit for yourself, or are the walls always sort of very prominent in your mind?
I can't say much for Belle Isle, as I still haven't even bought the track yet. But for another street track like Long Beach, you kind of you play big time with the walls, and you usually see a couple of 0x's, and that's when you know you're kind of pushing it. But you kind of treat it like any other normal track. Just hit your markers and hope you don't miss it by a meter or two, or you will end up in the wall.
Well, we wish you the best of luck for that one in a couple of weeks. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
All the usual people, guys at Sim Coaching Effect for the usual stuff, and yeah, cheers guys.
Yeah,
Awesome.
GG's, buddy.
Thanks for having a chat with us, Tom, and see you next time.
See you next week.
Yep.
Next up, we have Samuel Shepherd to have a chat.
Yep. My pick, of course, again with the second win in a row. Sam, looked fun. How was it, mate?
It was testing me quite a fair bit, I'll say that much. Yeah.
You must be pleased. I mean, talk me through the beginning of the race, right? Because you got it done early, right? Because qualifying P2, by lap 2 you were leading, if memory serves. Talk me through the race start.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm not sure whether I went early, to be totally honest. It's something that I need to look back at, but just someone in front of me went. I went sort of at the same time as them, but I just managed to get round Alberto's outside through T1, so it
you was
just
the
put me
outside
straight
then?
up into the lead. Yeah, I was on the outside.
So I imagine what's happened, because we're trying to work it out here as well. The race start in LMP2 was a bit strange, because Tom actually got it done in T1 on the outside. So if it got near the end of the start zone, it would have been no longer up to the pole sitter to go. So you might have just benefited from being on the outside lane, who had a step over the inside lane on when to go. So, I mean, I'll let the stewards look at it, but I'm just guessing here. But yeah, Tom was actually leading the race coming out of T1, which is obviously strange if the leader has the opportunity to get the jump. But it looks like Lucas just didn't take it before the start zone ended, from what we're hearing. I haven't actually looked. Anyway, yeah, so you must be chuffed, man. Back-to-back wins. I hear you're now an Impact driver as well?
Yeah, I moved across sort of in the last few weeks.
Awesome.
I still need to get stuff sorted, sort of team-wise and livery-wise, but
GG's
yeah,
on
it's
that.
now moved across to that.
Oh, that's great. Is this a track you're fond of? Because you seem to have it in the race?
Yes and no. I like the track because it's very testing, but at the same time, that's also why I dislike it, because it's just way too easy to get off tracks and stuff. I mean,
Sure.
pretty much all race throughout that second stint, I was sat at sort of 17, 18x. So it was just keeping it clean, because I had a couple of incidents with faster classes, just sort of ignoring that I was there. So yeah,
Is the way. And what are you more happy with, the win or the P5 overall, which in the crowd that you're in with the level as we see in qualifying, that's saying something, right? P5 overall, you must be chuffed.
yeah, I think P5 overall is probably the better result. I wouldn't say I'm competing with sort of the faster guys in front, but I'm always sort of around there. Obviously, sort of Aiden was missing today, so it might have gone differently, but I'm just happy with the way it went overall.
So with Aiden missing, are you going to start looking at the points coming into each round now, like to see if it's possible? Like, yeah, are you excited with the chance that you could walk away with the championship?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that I'm obviously trying to get as hard as I can. Obviously, the start of the season didn't go the way that I wanted it to, especially like Hockenheim having to drop out of that very early because of a crash. But yeah, I'm happy I've managed to now sort of turn it around, but I'm hoping it's not too little too late to clinch the title.
Awesome stuff. Wish you luck. Belle Isle, a track you know well, a track you've practiced. Have you ever driven it in a prototype?
Never driven it at all in anything. So the next, however long it is, I can't remember if it's a week or 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Probably going to be spent driving around there. Yeah.
I have raced it in an IMSA in LMP2, and it was a lot of fun, but the LMP2 is a different beast nowadays, so I wish you luck. And we finish out the season at Road America. Track you looking forward to?
Yeah, I love Road America. It's a very good track. It's always good in sort of IMSA and everything, so hopefully I can turn it into another win.
Awesome
and then
stuff.
maybe by that point the title will be wrapped up, but we'll see.
Nice. Yeah, we shall see. Sam, obviously GG's again on the win. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just I'll say the Milk Party boys. They know who they are. They've all been sort of fantastic. Craig as well, because I have seen his message. We've got a little deal going on, so I get something for a win, so I'll thank him for that as well. And then I don't know whether he's watching again, but Jake asked for another shout out, so
awesome.
I'll drop him one as well.
Awesome. Yeah, you've had a lot of support in chat as always, Sam. Again, yeah, congratulations on the win. Nice talking to you, and yeah, best of luck, and I look forward to hopefully talking to you in a couple of weeks.
All right, no worries. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, Sam.
I might be able to get a replay actually of the race start in the LMP2. So this was where it was. So Griggs on the inside. Remember, was P2 on the grid?
Oh, what, inside is P2?
I think so. And to be fair, absolutely right.
You just nailed it.
Well, you called it like straight away in terms of did the start zone just end? And it did. They got all the way to the start-finish line, and yeah, Diaz didn't go. So Griggs just.
I wonder if Diaz was a bit like I have in past ARL leagues, just been a bit like, oh, I forgot to check. Like, I forgot to remember where it starts and then. Because obviously you're meant to get a massive advantage at pit, especially at this track with the nature of T1. But yeah, it is where it is. But yeah, I don't think Tom can be penalised. They went at the same time.
Yeah.
Absolutely nailed it.
So let's have a chat next with Federico Sartor, who managed to win the overall race for the first time this season. Federico, congratulations. You must be delighted with that. That was must have been a long 75 minutes.
Yeah, very too much long for me, because 75 minutes in this track is an agony. But I love it because it's a track that I loved, and I think that is all good. I win for the first time the overall standing, then I'm very happy of that. and I am proud of me for the work I did.
Well, you absolutely should be. Talk us through that battle with Maxime Gord, because you guys were battling for must have been about 50 minutes out there, really. Yep. And sort of your tactics when it came to racing each other. How was it like out there? Because you guys had some good overtakes between you two.
Yeah, at the start I let him pass because I don't would finish in the chaos of the start of this track. Then I let him go. But after the middle of the race, when he overtake me for the cold tire, I decided to keep battle with him. We've got a little contact on the chicane. I don't know what's happened, but from the cockpit I see that he pushed a little bit of the brake for a miss apex, because he missed the apex. Then he braked at the exit, and I little touched him. But nothing too much. And then he do a mistake at the snake, and I overtake him.
Yes, it was really good pressure from yourself to force that mistake from him. And then in the closing stages, you were really able to pull away from Francesco. Was that the tires? Was that the fuel? Like how were you able to pull out that gap? Because it ended up being about 7 or 8 seconds in the end.
Yeah, I think that he's got a damage on the last 20 or 15 minutes of the race. Then I start to push, but not much because I have 18 inch on 20. Then I have to take a good pace and don't make any mistake. And for 15 minutes, I never do a mistake pulling out of about him.
Yeah, that's very impressive. We did see a couple of jazz. We saw Samueli go over the instant limit. So yeah, good job on keeping it below that. Is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, all the team. As always, all the team, because our team is fantastic. Every time we train, good ambient. And for this time, I give a shout out to Alessandro Porta. That is the person that gave me the sim rig, because before Friday I was driving on a desk. Then now I'm on a stable sim rig. Then I give a shout out to him because he gave me this opportunity.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on getting a nice new rig, and yeah, hopefully it gets you more pace. It certainly seems like it has done based on today. And yeah, best of luck in 2 weeks' time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
So I think we'll have one more interview with Francesco, shall we?
Yeah, let me just bring him up. Francesco, can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hello, mate. I have lots of questions, as you can imagine. Let's start with, obviously, Gigi's on the pace. Your pace looked absolutely excellent. You looked like you had it under control with that pole position as well. Let's talk about the first thing then, the Samuel Villar incident in, was it turn 6? Was it just a bit of a nothing? Like, have you had a chance to watch it back?
Yeah, I watched it back, the replay, and Samuele Villa said to me that he was sorry for the incident. And
yeah, it did look like he missed the apex
I left him. I think I left him the enough space to make the corner, but he braked too late, and yeah, we couldn't avoid the contact. And yeah, that's it.
And then obviously it looked, you were driving and the pace you were setting and the way you was approaching it, it looked like you was on for a full recovery to the win. And then the parachutes came out. Was it fuel? Because your pit stop was quite short? Or was it damage? Because you lost some 7 seconds to Federico Sator.
In the pit?
After the pit, from pit to the end, you caught up to Frederick Sator, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
like
no,
6
no, no,
tenths
no,
off.
no. I had massive contact with an LMP2 car that
Okay.
cost me several seconds and a big damage to the front.
We must
And,
have missed
yeah,
that.
so-
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
We assumed it was fuel because your pit stop was quite like 25.7, which was a lot shorter than your nearest direct opponents. But yeah, no, I didn't realize about the damage. Your car looked quite clean on the broadcast. It was just you was blowing a load of time. So yeah, we just missed that. Obviously
The contact I had with the P2 was on the 51st lap, if I'm correct.
Right, okay.
Around the 51 lap.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, that's
till
a
the
shame.
end, I had to manage the second position because I had the massive damage to the front.
Gotcha. Well, then, in all, a good recovery after obviously the big damage and obviously the incident with your teammate going off the track. You must be happy. I mean, you essentially won the pro, even though an AM won the overall. So still big points. Obviously, you were coming into the championship equal with Samuel Villa, who's, I mean, he pitted 3 times, so he really is put himself a little bit out of the points. So, yeah, overall, are you happy enough with the recovery?
Yeah, obviously that was a very frustrating race because of the contacts with the LMP2s and Samuele Villa. But the second place is really the maximum I could get, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Good. Okay. Well, yeah. Belle Isle coming up. Is it a track you have driven before, especially in a prototype?
The next one is Detroit, and I really don't know well that track.
Yeah.
But Road America, yes,
Everyone loves that.
Definitely, I know very well that track.
Awesome. Well, I wish you luck on your pursuit for the championship for the last couple of races.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, as I said, I was really impressed with your pace. Obviously, it just didn't work out today, but I look forward to seeing how you get on in the next couple of rounds. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, as always, big thank you to my team, and yeah, I hope to see you next time.
Awesome stuff. All right, Francesco, we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Francesco Iliano there, championship leader now in the GTP Pros, and yeah, with one hand on the trophy, frankly, after a very disappointing round for Samuele Villa. And well, that is all the interviews for us. So yeah, we can looking forward to Bell. I mean, that is the circuit. I think Laguna as well, I was very curious about at the start of the season, just because we go there so rarely in these cars. But I think Bell the most of all, especially if we do get a bit of rain, will completely turn it on its head.
Yes, it will turn it on its head. No, it's been a good season. We've seen lots of drivers like Bradley Sexton. We're seeing hand over fist improvements throughout the season. Even Sam Shepard, who's he's come off back of 2 wins. He had a very rocky, poor qualifyings, getting caught up in race start incidents. Now he's finding his footing and confidence. I think it's been a really good season. Even like characters like Christopher DeMay, always solid. Maybe doesn't have the 1 lap pace of the Tom Griggs, etc. But I think it's been a good season. I'm hoping we see the resurgence of drivers like Varga and stuff, because I feel like the last couple of rounds they've just, it's a shame because they're such strong drivers. But yeah, I'm excited for the track. If it does bring rain, we are going to see a very technical. You'll have loads of fans in Discord.
Yeah. Of all the rounds we haven't had too much rain. We had a bit of rain, I think, at Portimao, but like not during the race. So we'll see if that happens next week. But of course, once again, thanks to our sponsors, Apex Racing Academy, and also, of course, Apex Racing League, who organised this series. There you got links to both of them in the description below, as well as all of our other brands as well, SDK Gaming and several others. And of course, if you are interested in racing in this series, you can head over to apexracingleague.com to sign up for it, as well as our touring car series, our GT3 series, and our Porsche Cup series as well. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, and David Sampson, and everyone here at the Apex Racing TV esports studio, we'll say goodbye for now, and we will see you back in 2 weeks' time at Belle Isle. See you then.
Ciao.
Sim racing has become too expensive, and that's why we've set up our membership here at Apex Racing Sim. This is our sim centre in Corby, and you can use the rigs here for as little as £20 a month. And that's not just for a one-off, that's as much as you want for an entire month. So just head over to apexracingsim.com to become a member.